G'day legends and welcome back to another episode of That Slot Car Guy News. For a Thursday, we have got a ton to get through, but before we get into the news, a word from our official news sponsor.
Today's news is proudly brought to you by Slot Mods, established in 2008, makers of the finest slot car raceways in the world. Let's race.
So welcome back to another episode, legends, and a huge thank you to Slot Mods for supporting me to bringing you the news regularly during the week. But let's dive head first into it because we've got a lot of fly slot to look at and some really awesome fly slot picks. Firstly, let's start with the March 761 Beta Team 1976 German GP. Now the picks look incredible, but if you visit SB Collectibles Facebook and webpage, they have some fly slot cars that I've been talking about available. And here are the picks of them cars in their own crystal cases. And in there is the March 761, including the Lancia taxi livery that I did speak about a couple of news episodes ago. So it's really good to see some of the cars that we're speaking about in photos now in crystal case. It's not long until we see these going around the track. Really good looking cars. I absolutely love fly slot, huge supporter of those. They're historic. F1 cars are beautiful. So check them out. SB Collectibles, well done on getting those. Of course, I'm not sponsored by them, but please show them some support. But it's good seeing some of these photos out in the wild. Next up, we're visiting Scalatrick with one of my favorite cars, I think, for the year. Now, I loved it when I did the catalog video with Track Fans TV, the legend himself, Pete. I absolutely love this. I raved about it. And here it is, the Mark 1 Ford Escort RSR. Beautifully taken photo by the social media team. I love this. Is this a must for me? A definite must. I think this thing, it's awesome. It's an old school race car, big body kit. What more do you want? And I know there is a Mini coming that's very similar vein to this, the bulked out body kit. So there you go, the Ford Escort RSR Mark 1 on track, coming soon. I cannot wait. Will you get it? Let me know in the comments. I think this is a definite must for me. So next up, let's visit the legends from Slaughter, and they are showing an incredible Ford Mark II 1966. It was the car that just came second at Le Mans 24 hour. It was driven by K Miles, D Humes, a historic car, a beautiful car. The pics look incredible, but I have some Slotters in my collection and some Polycar, and let me tell you, their cars are incredible. So if you are sitting on the fence about getting one, get a Slotter, especially this one, because I think it's going to sell out. Now, do I want this? I do, but you know what? There's a lot of cars this year that I want, and I think all of us are going to have some wallet pain. So another one for the list, another one for the must, slot it. Now, of course, I'm going to the UK Fest. I can't wait to meet Maurizio himself. He will be there, I believe. I'm very excited. I'm going to be like, hi. But it's pretty cool to meet the man behind the brand. So stay tuned for that as well. But jump on this, it will sell out very quickly. So next up, the legends in HO themselves, Bauer. This is a premium HO brand. Now, I do have the NSU review upcoming. I've been chatting back and forth, getting some stuff right. It is incredible. It's stunning. So take my word on that. But I do want to share every 14 days, they do a newsletter with some interesting items. And in this newsletter, the recent one, I will share with you. We have a sneak look at the VW 1600 TL, expected to be released mid-May. Exciting. It looks good. And trust me, the NSU TT is the smallest HO car I've ever had in my hands, and it's probably one of the best detailed I've ever had. Incredible. So this I expect to be really, really good. Next up, we've got the BMW 2800 CS, the Rally Olympia. Again, I don't know how they get all the detail on these cars. We've got cockpits, we've got people sitting in the driver's seat. I don't know how they do it. Also, we've got the Opel Record. It's a bit of a out of stock car. Is coming back in stock. These cars sell out quick, so please jump on them. And also under the Bauer banner, we have other brands like Vincent. So here's a nice American muscle to show in the Vincent raid. So if you haven't followed them on Facebook, YouTube, and any of these social media links, please do, because they make some very exciting stuff. And there's a nice small team behind this, which part of my review, I'll introduce you to the team. And probably the biggest news out of the newsletter, which I could share, and I will get some more info on it when I can, is it looks like Auto World HO slot cars is coming to Europe, which is massive. I'm a big supporter of Auto World. I love their kits. I love their cars. They're always innovating new stuff. And it appears that Bauer have spoken to them at the German Toy Festival, and they'll be bringing them in. So I'll get some more info on that. Let's get excited, because I think they are coming to Europe. Next step, send them to Australia. I think they'll do really well in Australia. But looks like Auto World is coming to Europe.
So what's happening in the world of slot cars? Well, probably the biggest news I'll bring to you in 2023. Two giants have come together, the best slot track makers in the world, Slot Mods, and one of the biggest companies in our hobby,
Carrera have joined forces. Yes, you have heard this right. Can 2023 get any better? Now, make sure you tune into my channel, of course. The news is exclusively sponsored by Slot Mods. You will see some behind the scenes stuff and some exclusive stuff on what's going on there on that camp. And of course, please subscribe to Slot Mods' new channel, which you'll find a link in my video descriptions and channel description, and Facebook page, because you're guaranteed to see some stuff, what's going on behind the scenes with them too. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? My lips are sealed, but I love to think what you may think is happening. What are these two giants cooking up? So there you go, Carrera and Slot Mods joined forces. I cannot see what baby they produce. So next up, another new segment. Yes, I'm pumping segments out all the time. This is behind the scenes, and the reason I've done this, a lot of companies are bringing us into their homes and showing us how it's done, and I love that. Let me know at home if you like it. I hope this can stay, the segment of behind the scenes. When they do release stuff, I will bring it to the camera. But here we have SRC working on the Lancer Delta. Now, the reason I want to show you this, SRC isn't a big team. I've been with them for 5 years now, and they're incredible. They're passionate, they love what they do. We do pay a premium for these small brand cars. This is the reason why. They perform well, they're pretty much hand-built. You can see it's going through multiple bays of people, and you are getting your bang for buck. Now, there's nothing wrong with the mass-produced Chinese stuff. A little bit of hand-touch work, I'm a big fan of. So there you go, a little bit behind the scenes from SRC. They're bloody legends. So next up, some incredible behind the scenes from Bauer Legendary models. Now, this blew my mind. These are as premium slot cars get, and we are looking at the VLM4 ADSR. And as you can see, it's been hand painted, it's handcrafted. The chassis looks pretty good. It's got some body roll, it's got some suspension work, so it looks good. And I've got a funny feeling it's going to perform very well too. Now, I reckon my good mate Nemus would approve of this most definitely. This is a work of art, and this is the stuff that the world needs to see to bring them into slot cars going, oh, it's not just pull the trigger. No, we've got beautiful works of art, and Bauer are definitely one of the best in the business when it comes to building a handcrafted piece of art that you can throw around your track. So there you go, a legendary model from Bauer. I can't wait to see this in the workings. If there's any videos they post of it going around the track, I will definitely grab that off, and I'll see if I can reach out to them, and hopefully some magic happens and we have a Bauer in my hands. So next up, something different, a new segment, another one, shout out. Now, the reason I made this segment because there's a lot of good stuff happening in the world of YouTube when it comes to slot cars. There's a lot of content now on YouTube. I've been doing this almost 2 years, and since then it's grown immensely, which I'm so proud of that. I'm proud to be a part of the bag of content creators, but there's more and more that are coming up, and these guys are absolutely hilarious. They get me through the gym. They are really funny, and it is Talking Utter Slots. Check out their Instagram and their YouTube channel. It's a podcast style. It is pretty hilarious. They are crackers. I believe they're going to the UK Slot Car Festival, if I'm wrong. And if you are watching this, please let me know if I am wrong. But please support them. Get some subscribers behind them. Go have a listen. It's their own spin on pretty much releases, news, sometimes YouTubers. It's really, really cool. So go show them some love and tell them Trav sent you. So last but not least, some show and tell from down under, my homeland. Yes, we're visiting them again for show and tell. I don't mean to keep going back to Australia, but there's some cool stuff happening. But if you do have something you want to put on show and tell, please email me, and if we can get it on a future episode, I definitely will. But today's turn, it is Quickman's Dirty Little Slots. Really cool name. Abbreviation is QDLS as per their logo, and they're creating the McLaren F1 GTR. Obviously currently in the works. This is HO scale. I'm a huge lover of HO. I love all scales, I collect all scales, but I don't think HO gets enough love, and this is a really cool mold. Now, I collect Hot Wheels, and I'm a big McLaren fan in the Hot Wheels realm, so it's really cool to see this in the HO world. So there you go, go visit them please. There's a Facebook page, they do regular racing, give them a thumbs up, support them, support everything you can in the hobby, because it is good for us to create content and keep the hobby alive as well. So this one's for you, QDLS, show and tell is yours for the day. So that's a wrap on today's episode of That Slot Car Guy News, proudly brought to you by Slot Mods. I'm checking the internet daily to find interesting items to bring to you as regular as I can. But if I am missing something, or if there's something you'd like to share that you're working on, please email me. And also, if you are a company and I have missed something that you're releasing or I should be looking at, please also email me. Myself, David, and the team at Slot Mods, we're a believer of all brands. We're a supporter of the entire slot car community, and we do want to bring as much content to the plate as we can, just to show the world how big and wonderful this hobby is, because it's a big hobby. But as always, at That Slot Car Guy on Instagram and YouTube, please share some love with Slot Mods. They've just started up a new YouTube channel, and of course the Facebook page is incredible, always growing. Links you can find both in the channel description and this video description, so please jump over there and check out what's happening in the Slot Mods world. But be safe, take care, support your local, and if you really like, please support my channel. Consider subscribing, it really does help. Take care, bye.
Today's news is proudly brought to you by Slot Mods, established in 2008, makers of the finest slot car raceways in the world. Let's race.